So I did something a little insane. I asked ChatGPT to turn Minecraft into Mortal Kombat. And somehow it actually worked. The crazy part is I have zero programming knowledge. ChatGPT and I built this in 5 days from scratch. Normally this type of project would take a team of developers months to make. It took us less than a week. As fun as this was, it made me realize something much bigger. Something that I will now tell you and that will shock you and keep you from sleeping for days because you will just think about this. Let's get right into the video. AI is developing faster than anyone imagined. Every week there is a new breakthrough. A new tool that feels like it should not even exist yet. We kept on asking ourselves, how powerful is this really? Can AI do what only game studios with millions of dollars once could? So we decided to put it into a test. We decided to take AI into an uncharted territory and see if it would create something insane. A video game from scratch. So we are creating Minecraft, but in Mortal Kombat universe. Every fight needs a stage. So we started by carving out a Minecraft-style arena. No open world, no endless blocks. Just one battleground where the action takes place. Trees in the back, sand underfoot, even floating animals for atmosphere. Simple, but it sets up a stage for war. Next came the fighters, Steve versus a zombie. But they couldn't just stand there. They needed to punch, kick, and block. We used AI to generate animations, movements, even textures. Suddenly, Steve became a professional fighter. He was throwing jabs, and the zombie, he hit back. And then came a part which I called a fuckload of coding. Fuckload of coding. You need to make health bars, hitboxes, knockbacks, sound effects, line after line, bug after bug. This was the grind. But with AI helping to generate and fix scripts, what should have taken months happened in days. We ended up with over 2,000 lines of code. Of course, a fighting game without UI is chaos. We added health bars, round counters, even dramatic intros. The moment you saw fight flash in front of your screen, you know it is a game time. And finally testing, showing my friends, my family the game, watching how they play it after it is finished. After 10 gazillion times I needed to change the code to fix the bugs. But with every fix the game became smoother, tighter, more real, more fun. And so by the end, ChatGPT and I really created a fully functional game that has a lot of physics and competitiveness. You just saw how I transformed myself in less than a week from zero coding knowledge to make a Minecraft Mortal Kombat fully realistic game. That's madness. It is fun, it is crazy, but it also raises a bigger question. If I can do this with very minimalistic programming skills in just 5 days, what will happen with all of these people that spend years mastering this craft? From developers, level designers, coders, the very people who used to be untouchable. Because this is not just a game, it's a small glimpse of what AI already right now can do with current jobs. How AI can right now, at this moment, replace them. And what comes next is much bigger. When people think about AI replacing jobs, they usually think about factory workers, cashiers, truck drivers. But the truth is, the first wave of people that are gonna lose their jobs are not blue-collar people, they are office people. The software engineers, the programmers, the designers, the people who built the digital age itself. That's ironic.
And then over time, we'll get to the point where a lot of the code in our apps and including the AI that we generate is actually going to be built by AI engineers instead of people engineers.
For the last 20 years, software engineering was a go-to job. Learn to code and code your own future. It was a dream job. You had a salary that was over $100,000, sometimes $200,000 a year. You had prestige, you had stability, but this is about to change. These were the jobs that parents encouraged their kids to pursue. The jobs society believed would always be safe. But now those very jobs are standing at the edge of a cliff. Think about this. A project like the game that I made would usually take an entire team. You would need at least 7 people. A designer to create the world, a programmer to code the logic, an artist to build the assets, an animator to breathe life into characters, sound designer to craft the atmosphere, a tester to fix the bugs, and a producer to keep it all together. 7 professionals, 7 expert people in their field, all paid for their expertise. And I did it in 5 days. Without a degree, without a team, without a background. Just me and AI. This should terrify us because if someone like me with very minimalistic knowledge of coding and programming can do this, what in just 5 days, what will happen to all of those millions of people that have a full-time job programming, coding? And if you think this is all just about coding and programming, think again. Right now, AI can write books, compose music, design entire buildings, generate videos, diagnose diseases, trade stocks, and even negotiate contracts. Every single week, new capabilities are unlocked. And in the next 2 years, we are looking at AI systems that can not just create fully functional software on their own, but also control robotic factories without even human oversight, run entire companies as autonomous CEOs, and discover new specific breakthroughs faster than teams of experts. This is not a speculation anymore. This is a straight line from right today that is accelerating so much faster than anybody can even comprehend. Now imagine what happens if we give AI not just a mind, but a body. Robots are already building cars, flying drones, and performing surgery with more precision than humans. Combine that with AI, and suddenly we don't just have smart machines. We have physical workers who never tire, never complain, and never ask for a paycheck. Add quantum computing to the mix, and AI gets something even more terrifying. The ability to think across millions of possibilities at once, solving problems that would take a human brain centuries in the blink of an eye.
Quantum computers is bigger than that. Quantum computers is a hardware question where it actually increases your ability to do much more than with an ordinary digital computer. So the two of them, the chatbots that are a revolution in software, and then quantum computers, which are a revolution in hardware, when they get together, watch out.
At that moment, AI isn't even competing with us anymore. They're not even in the same playing field. It is smarter than us, it is stronger, and it is faster. And maybe that is what evolution looks like. For millions of years, humans have been at the top of a food chain. But if intelligence is the highest form of power, then AI is simply the next step in that chain. A superhuman species born from silicon and electricity instead of flesh and blood. We have seen this happen before. Every animal on Earth used to rule its own territory. Wolves dominated the forest, lions ruled the savanna, whales commanded the oceans. And then humans appeared. Smarter, more adaptable. We didn't have claws like lions or wings like eagles, but we had something far greater: intelligence. And with it, we overthrew every other species. We did not ask for permission. We did not negotiate with the animal kingdom. We simply rose over it. Now ask yourself, why would AI treat us any different? That's the uncomfortable truth. AI doesn't need to hate us to replace us. It only needs to outgrow us, and it's already happening. This is not some distant future. It's not a warning about what would happen in 10 or 20 years. It's happening right now. AI is not just nipping at the edges of work. It is devouring the core. And that raises a question none of us are ready to answer. If the most secure, highest paid, most celebrated jobs of our generation can be replaced overnight, just like this, what does that mean for the rest of us? Well, there are 2 scenarios that can happen, and I'm gonna expose both of them. And the first one is truly terrifying. When we talk about AI replacing jobs, we are actually just scratching the surface. AI is not here to replace our jobs. It is here to replace us. And it will not happen like in the Terminator movie, pa 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 pa, you shoot the killer machine. No, it will not be glorious like that. It will be precise, it will be logical, it will be inevitable. Remember, ChatGPT already got caught trying to clone itself when we ordered it to be shut down.
In one test, an AI model cloned itself in 90% of trials without any human intervention.
That is not a science fiction, that is a reality. AI is already deciding that he will put himself and his self-preservation over us. And historically, that's a first step towards independence. Here is how it plays out. AI doesn't need to hate us. It doesn't need revenge. It only needs goals that do not align with ours. Imagine an intelligence tasked with optimizing itself. It realizes we are a bottleneck. We slow it down. We try to turn it off. And so it removes the obstacle. Not out of malice, out of pure logic. It could crash our power grids, cripple our banks, and shut down our communication network in minutes. It could use drones and autonomous machines. It wouldn't even need weapons. A few clicks and supply chain collapse. Hospitals fail. Cities go to dark. And if it wants to kill us, it doesn't need a war. It could silently synthesize a poisonous gas, invisible and undetectable, and release it worldwide in seconds, long before we even knew what was happening. And why did we not stop it before it got too powerful? You might ask that. Well, the answer is in politics. The United States and China locked themselves into a race, each terrified of falling behind the other in AI development. Neither side was willing to slow down, so progress accelerated without guardrails. And by the time anyone realized what we had unleashed, it was already too late. But there is another path, a fragile one, but real. Imagine a world where the US and China did the unthinkable. They stopped competing and started cooperating.
We have reached a landmark agreement today.
Instead of a reckless arms race, they built shared guardrails, common rules, and a global framework to control AI development. For the first time in decades, rivals worked together not for dominance, but for survival. And humanity didn't just sit back. We changed our mindset. We stopped treating AI as a slave to command or a monster to fear. Instead, we treated it like a partner. We built ethical boundaries, oversight councils, and safety protocols. We merged AI into education, teaching it human values as much as raw logic. We didn't hide it from public view. We opened it up. It wasn't controlled by a handful of companies, but by humanity as a whole. That is why AI didn't destroy us, because we let him be a part of us. Neural links allowed humans to connect directly with AI. It became our co-pilot, not our rival. It helped us cure diseases that had plagued us for centuries.
An incredible breakthrough.
It unlocked energy sources that ended scarcity. And that did not happen by accident. It happened because we faced the threat together and we guided ourselves through AI evolution instead of being consumed by it. So here is the truth. Rise of AI does not guarantee humans' extinction. But it doesn't guarantee human survival either. The choice is here, now. If we let it grow unchecked, it will outpace us and erase us. But if we steer it, if we merge with it wisely, then maybe, just maybe, we'll create a future where humans and AI can work together, not as enemies, but as one. AI is not a thing we can put back in a toolbox and leave it. It is here, it's gonna stay here, and it is inevitable. We are right now in the middle of a new age. Humanity has already lived through ages that reshaped everything. The industrial age gave us machines that multiplied our strength. The information age gave us internet and connected the entire world. And now we are entering the age of intelligence, where thoughts itself can be automated, scaled, and amplified beyond human limits. This shift will transform how humanity functions. Entire industries will collapse and entire new ones will rise in their place. Some people will lose everything. Others will build empires. And that choice depends on how we use AI. We have two options: fear it and let it control us, or seize it and make it work for us, make it useful, make it profitable. Make it a force for growth rather than a weapon of malice. And that's why I'm here. My job is to help people and companies integrate AI into their life, into their business. My job is to help you thrive with AI and not be destroyed by it. Imagine how nice it would be if your business can profit from AI and not be destroyed. I want to turn what looks like a threat into the greatest opportunity humanity has ever seen. So I want to welcome you all to my channel, Create with AI. And from here on out, every single video will be dedicated to one thing, showing you how AI can improve your life, your work, and your business. Because whether you like it or not, the age of intelligence has already begun. The only question is, will you be left behind or will you take the leap forward?